All right, what's up, VC? It has been a minute since I made a video. Lots going on. Been doing a lot of training on my bicycle so I could go surfing a week or two ago. That way I don't die in the ocean. It's a dangerous place. Just a little PSA. If you want to surf, just get in shape. Watch some videos just about surfing, very general videos. They can really improve your game. This is not a surfing video, it's a vinyl video. But I talked to Dave last night. We talked about so much stuff. One thing we did talk about was the owners of vinyl also being the owners of cats. Fun discussion. I have a cat. His name's Stratford. It's right over there. I have to clean him every once in a while. Other than that, he's pretty good. He stares at me sometimes without blinking. It's a little weird. But he's cool. And he's a little big. He can scare off a would-be intruder if they were real scared of cats. Maybe. That's Stratford. Say what's up, Stratford. He doesn't like to talk. Okay, so I'm going to get into it. This might be a little long. I don't like to make them more than like 11 minutes or so, but I've had to make notes as always, or I have started doing it. I forgot where I got a lot of this stuff, which is unfortunate, but I'll try to remember. I think I did a really quick dig with Dave. I don't know what you call it, like a super fast power dig. I went down to Charlotte, I called him up. He met me at Repo Records. There were a couple things he said I needed to get from in there. So I'll just show you what I went down there to get. This completely awesome album. I don't know if they put it out on vinyl before. It is legendary, at least in my mind. Shit, I probably haven't even opened this yet. Have not. So I went down there to grab that and got some other stuff. If you've never heard of Handsome Boy Modeling School, this is Nathaniel Merriweather, Dan the Automator, and Chest Rockwell, Prince Paul. This was originally put out in '99, I believe. Just look it up, listen to it. It's it's DJ with some excellent rap musicians over it doing their thing, or maybe it's just these two guys. I don't really know. I just listened to this album a whole lot when it came out. I moved back into my old college apartment, and we had quite a good time in those days. So that's that. Les McCann, Invitation to Openness. A guy I've been getting some old jazz from turned me on to Les McCann. He was in the military, and he said they used to listen to Les a lot. He really enjoyed him. And I started getting into him. Some of the stuff is awesome. Some of it's whatever. Cool gatefold here. Try to back it up, do a little presentation there. Personnel. Les McCann piano. Yusef Lateef on the sax. David Spinoza guitar and electric guitar. Cornell Dupree electric guitar. Corky Hale on harp, Jody Christian electric piano, Bill Salter electric bass, Jimmy Rouser on bass, Bernard Perdue drums and percussion, Al Muzon drums and percussion, Donald Dean drums and percussion, William Buck Clark African drums and percussion, and Ralph McDonald on percussion. Arranged and conducted by Les McCann. What did I say about this? This is bluesy soul. I'm not really big into the bluesy soulful jazz, but I did like this. This is on Atlantic. Very clean. I usually just sell this stuff back when it's bluesy or soulful type jazz stuff, but I like this for some reason. So there you go. Oh crap. Actually, that was very dreamy. I apologize. I skipped over, or I just missed one of the records in here. So never mind the bluesy soul thing on that. I'll do a hard edit here. Very dreamy. Maybe you'll dig it. Okay, on the awesome stuff. New edition. I know I've talked about this stuff before. Love these guys. First press. What can I say? These, I mean, this is Bobby Brown, his first band. Incredible, incredible pop music from back in the day. What is this, 1980? I got into these guys when I was in middle school. It's amazing stuff. One of my favorite techniques on the album that they use is the, they'll, girl, I'm leaving you again. The exhale, somebody needs to bring that back. It's strong stuff. And then we've got New Edition's second album, All for Love. Not quite as good as the first album, but the Leaving You Again was one of my favorite songs on the first album. On the second one, the production on both of these albums is absolutely amazing. The first, I think the New Edition was the first real boy band. There's more exhale on this one. Here's the back cover again. More exhale. This was about music, not about dancing and haircuts. This was a real boy band, and they were just fantastic. This one's a lot darker than the first album, and it's a lot glassier. There's more production on this, so some stuff might not be up your alley if you don't like the overproduction of stuff sometimes, but it's not overproduced, it's just more than the first one. I mean, come on, how many times do we say, oh, they can never rival the first album? I think that's true with 95% of all the bands out there, right? But New Edition, like I said, can't lose. I need to get into some of their newer stuff, so that's on the list. So here we go. Not fucking around anymore. LL Cool J, Bad. I'm sorry, Bigger and Deffer. Come on, man. If you don't have this in your collection, I don't care if it's on tape, CD, or anything, just go get it. Do yourself a favor. You'll do your friends and family a favor as well. You'll be a better person after you hear this. 1987, Def Jam. I loved this album when it came out. I could not stop playing this. I played it everywhere. I had a little boom box. I'd take it with me. I got one of those little mini boom boxes when they came out. I thought that was so cool, just because it was so portable. Didn't have a lot of money growing up, but the mini boom boxes were kind of cheap. So that was fun, carrying that stuff around. So I sent a message to my friend, and it basically said, fuck trap. This stuff puts Trap's dick in the dirt. I'm sorry. This is real shit. It's double platinum. How much Trap is double platinum? I hope nobody answers that, because I'm probably wrong. that there is some double platinum trap. So, damn, I'm having to jump around a little bit here. Kraftwerk Autobahn. Found this down at a old car flea market sort of deal. I made an earlier video and it was like 30 mile an hour winds. Stuff was blowing around all over the place. I felt so sorry for some of the vendors, but there were some records there, and digging for records in 30 mile an hour winds is quite the challenge. I got 2 Kraftwerk records. This one I listened to first. It's okay. It's very like kind of droning a little bit and very subdued. It's kind of what I got from it. I'll go ahead and kick out this second one while I'm at it, because my notes are going to help me out here. I picked up Ralph and Florian too, and apparently this is a really hard record to get or just find, I guess. I was much more happy with this record than I was Autobahn, and I'll tell you why here in a second. I should show you the record there. She's nice and clean. Can't complain about that, right? Also found this in the windstorm in the middle of North Carolina. Middle, southern North Carolina, something like that. Just below the Uwharrie Mountains, actually, at the bottom. So this record, much more musical and intimate, very expansive compared to the first one. The first one was very closed in, really just droning, kept you in one headspace. This one, just more all over the place. I don't know if I would say dynamic, but just expansive. I don't know if I can make those two differentiate from one another. Maybe you can, but that's what came to my mind. Another windstorm record, Angels, White Hot. Look at this. I know I went on and on about this the first time I showed it. I showed some of these before, but I didn't have a chance to listen to them yet. I definitely could not wait to listen to this. Look at these guys. I'm going to go through it again. I mean, you're going to get the full deal. Look at those outfits. Come on. And then look at these dudes. You kidding me? This is as terrible as you might think. It was kind of rocking a little bit, but not in a good way. Let's see if I got any notes on this over here. I didn't need any. It was just exactly what I thought. All right, so I've been getting into U2 in excess. I've kind of been getting on an 80s kick here lately. 80s and 90s, mostly 80s. Holy shit, U2 October. I've never actually heard this album before until now. And my God, I was blown away with how good this was. I heard a couple of these songs growing up. I had a friend, he liked The Edge a lot, and when I listened to it, I recognized Gloria, I recognized Fire. This is early press here on Island. Just such a pleasure to listen to. Man, it hits, and it's a very driving record, and then you got these ethereal vocals over the top of it. Man, it's incredible. It's almost like Why do I have this on here? Early Southern Death Cult? Sure, yeah, it's a little bit like that, I guess. The songwriting is absolutely amazing, and the guitar on here by the Edge is just mind-blowing. But it's just big. It's listen to it in your car or just listen to it on the couch. It really doesn't matter. This is really good stuff. Was really surprised at how good this was. So got a copy of U2 War. I listened to this the first time, and I'm gonna tell you, I didn't like it. I definitely heard Sunday Bloody Sunday and New Year's Day, but other than that, I hadn't heard a lot of these songs growing up. Just those two. We got a gatefold here on this. This record's in really nice condition. Pretty sure this is Island Press as well. Might be wrong about that. Yeah, I think it's a pretty early one. I think I got this up in the mountains somewhere. It's exceptionally clean. The guy had it advertised as, you know, first press and super clean. I mean, this thing is VG plus, no doubt about it. There's hardly a ding on this thing anywhere. I don't really care much about condition. As long as the vinyl's in good condition, that's what I care about. So the first time I heard this, I didn't really like it that much. But after I listened to October, and I went back and listened to this, I think I get it now. So I can't wait to listen to this again, if I can fit it in between my October listenings. So, I got a couple Talking Heads records. And all I did was say first and second. I think this is the first one. Let's see. 78. This is, come on. 83. Yeah, okay. So, Talking Heads, more songs about buildings and food. Really like this record. Man. It is... Jeez, my writing sucks. It took me a second listen to get into this, but once I did the second listen, it was unreal. Just, I don't know how to explain it. This is really neat stuff. I've never got into these guys before. Yeah, of course, everybody knows who they are. I never had the time, man. I was always into this, always into that, and I knew they were out there, and I just never, I never explored it. So, here you go. Yeah, pick this record up, man. It is not like anything I've ever heard. Was very pleased with the songwriting on here. Very original, very unique. So speaking in tongues, this one to me was more funky, nowhere near as good as the other one over there. But I mean, it's Talking Heads. It's still good. It's not like you can't listen to this. It's not like it's good music. These are still the Windstorm records. Inserts in good shape. All that neat stuff. Man, this thing's clean. There's side B, side A. There we go. Hope y'all are enjoying this as much as I am. It's been... Hurricane Ian came through here, and I didn't get to do anything outside today. So I needed to do some stuff in the house, so I've been doing that, and this was on the list to try to get caught up on some of these records that I've gotten. All right, so I'm just gonna straight shoot these in excess, listen like thieves. I listened to this, I liked it. Excuse me. Damn. These guys looking cool as hell on the inside. That's just, man. Got the color schemes going on. I know I said that last time when I was showing it, but I had a chance to listen to it, and it's good. I'm definitely into the early NXS stuff. I have picked up some later stuff, like the whatever album Suicide Blonde is on. That's got some good songs on it, but I'm not a big. If I don't like an album all the way through, I'm not keeping it. Like, that just doesn't make sense to me. I can listen to this all the way through and be totally happy. So this is, if you see this, give it a listen. It's good stuff. And then the last of my, at least in this video, I guess, as far as my notes go, this was the last windstorm find. This was actually inside. They had some vendors inside, and I love early Def Leppard up into Pyromania. After that, they kind of lost me, but whew, I never had this. I had their stuff on tape. I never owned High and Dry. I'd never really heard it until now, and damn, was I missing out. It's on Mercury, right? Yep. Just a very nice copy. This stuff rocks, man. If you want your rock fix from back then, or even if you need it now, because that's another thing Dave and I were talking about. I was talking to Jonathan at Underdog Records here in Winston-Salem about this, that there's just not a lot of people putting out rock right now. It's out there, you just got to dig around for it, you got to know where to look. So every time I'm in there, I try to give him some suggestions. Of course, he owns a record store, so he's heard of a lot of stuff. But I've thrown some stuff at him, he's thrown some stuff at me. Every time I go in there, he's playing something awesome. So that's always fun. All right, so that's it. I believe I covered all the bases on all the other stuff, but I will go back to the surfing thing. Even if you're not going to surf, if you're going to get in the ocean, I've been doing this a long time, surfing, being in the water. Look at some videos about what to do. If you should always have something with you in the ocean, whether it's a surfboard, a boogie board, you know, both attached with a leash to your arm, to your leg, a raft, like something attached to you in case something goes wrong. I've had a couple of near-death experiences, more than I want to admit. And the number one thing is don't panic, which is extremely hard to do. It takes training. And the other thing is just deep breaths, float on your back, and use your legs, and just kind of kick yourself, use the waves, kick yourself back where you need to be to try to get yourself into shore. The biggest thing is stay relaxed and try not to panic. It's incredibly hard. Like I panicked a lot earlier in my surfing career, but now every time I'm in the water, I practice. I just leave the surfboard on the beach, get some shallow water, and just float on my back and just see how well I can do it, and use my feet and just kick and just guide myself around in the water. So I don't know, I'm giving that information. I know it's not it wasn't asked for, but hey, hell, that's what I'm talking about tonight. So all right, well, thanks a lot, VC. We'll see you next time, and have a good one.